Alrighty, so they said that the bull run is over, that we're in the bear market. That's what a lot of bigger crypto YouTubers said over the last few months. But now they have to eat their words now. They definitely have to eat their words. They got a lot of people wrecked. Um, a lot of people panic sold. It didn't stay locked in, but hey, that's how it goes. Like I said before, a lot of people's gonna win. Well, excuse me, most people's gonna lose. Only a few that stayed locked and loaded, that stayed focused despite all the FUDs, and we're in the bear market will win because I have a feeling coming December. December could be a big month in crypto. Right now is what, November 26th. We're at the end of November. This month went by so fast. Let's see here. We're at let me see here, November 26th. December 1st is Monday. Yeah, December 1st is going to be on Monday. And let's see here. So we got XPR Network. We're looking good. Here we're back up to 2039. We're up 20% for the week, 6.6 for the day, 1.9 for the hour. All right, let's check out the Fear and Greed Index. Fear and Greed Index is at let's see where it's at here. All right, it's still at 15. Bitcoin is back up to 90K. We hit 90K. Ethereum is over 3,000. Let's check out XRP. XRP is at 223. All right, and we're over 3 trillion market cap for the whole cryptocurrency market. But anyways, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button for post notifications. So like I said, everybody who's been locked and loaded, with projects like XPR, Sora, we're definitely gonna see these life-changing gains over the next few months. I think, yeah, we're at the end of Q4. Yeah, we're right about around the end of Q4 of 2025. So the Q1 of 2026 and possibly even Q2, it's gonna be pretty big. But anyways, it's a lot going on. So yeah, man. Let's try to see what some of the media is talking about. Let's go to let me see here. Crypto news. Trying to see what they're talking about on different, crypto news. See what they're talking about here. Me personally, I knew we were going to eventually, um, rebound. Okay, I don't see nothing really interesting to look at here, but let's see here. All right, let's check out Sora. Let me see here. Okay, we're at 27 zeros 27. Like I said, liquidity is definitely starting to get pumped back into Sora. Look like we're possibly going to get back into. It looked like probably sometime today we'll be back to 26 zeros. So we're definitely looking good. Um, like I said, this thing is gonna. We're way oversold. One of the most undervalued, cryptos. Let's take a look at our current market cap for Sora. Market cap is at 219,000 market cap. So yeah, there's nothing but room for growth. Like I said, my last post, there V3 is going to be, we're just going to wait on the announcement for them to post on X again for a major development. I'm thinking possibly Q1 of 2026. But anyways, yeah, this whole cryptocurrency market, um, it is looking good right now, despite all the FUD we got saying that we were in the bear market, but we definitely was not in the bear market. Like I said, I'll say this is more of a reset. So, the transfer of wealth from the to the patient, from the impatient to the patient. This was definitely a transfer of wealth that's getting ready to happen. Bitcoin next big move. I'm thinking we could possibly see a maybe 130 to 45K Bitcoin over the next month or so. Let's see what Bitcoin does in December. But like I said, I have a feeling December is definitely possibly will be a big month in crypto. Okay, Ethereum, like I said, Ethereum we went over 3,000. We're back over 3K. So yeah, we're definitely heading in the right direction. And let me see here. Try to see what else has been going on here. Take out ZBEC. Okay, ZBEC is down 2.2%. It's up 27% for the week at 2034. I think ZBEC bottomed out at 2022 is where it bottomed out at. Looking at that 1 week chart for ZBEC, yeah, but then it bounced off. It looked like it found support at 2022 and bounced back and came up to 2035. So that was pretty good on ZBCN's bounce. That was pretty good on that one. So yeah, it's going to be a lot going on. Let's check out. I haven't looked at Swift Coin in a while. Take a look at Swift Coin. Swift Coin is at 2048, um, up 21% for the week, 48 million market cap uh, for Swift Coin. We're going to see how Swift Coin does over the next like few weeks to a month. Check out XCN, Onyx Coin, up 2055. All right, 201 million market cap, up 8% for the week, 2.2. All right, what's been going on with White Rock? See what's going on with that coin. White Rock is at 301. It hasn't been doing much. It's down 43% for the month for White Rock, 82 million market cap. So yeah, a lot of these cryptos, there's a lot of, it's still a lot of good prices. That's super cheap, but only going to last for so long. The market is finally starting to rebound. Like I said, a lot of the liquidity is getting ready to go into the small caps. That's what's been going on. Like I said, a lot of the institutions, some of the banks, it's just a lot going on behind the scenes of why this market, why this bull cycle didn't end yet. It, how this is definitely going to be prolonged. And let me see here. Okay, I forgot to check out Tailcoin. What's Tailcoin at? 2053, up 4% for the week, down 50% for the week. Oh, excuse me, it's up 4.2% for the day, and it's still up 38% for the month. So yeah, Tailcoin is going to be big. There, for that's going to be the next big narrative also for like crypto banks. Tailcoin, yeah, they got the approval for the first crypto bank, so that's a good thing. So yes, a lot going on. This is amazing time really right now to be in crypto. But yeah, man, the people, a lot of the bigger content creators, they're definitely going to eat their words by saying it was all over, and they definitely got a lot of people wrecked, saying it was over. Now the market is starting to bounce back up. All people have to do was just DCA, just keep, dollar cost average, back in, or just staying locked and loaded, I'll say, and not, giving up. But anyways, yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. Um, I'm going to have the link in the bottom left if you'd like to join the private Patreon community. I'm talking about more coins that nobody else is talking about. We got our chat group. It's only a few of us over there. So yeah, if you want to like to join our like-minded community, if you're new to crypto, hey, you definitely don't want to get left behind. I know a lot of people got wrecked, thought it was over, who left crypto, but now they're going to see. They'll be like, wow, all I had to do was stay in another month. All I had to do was just, DCA in or whatever whenever I can, and not worry about it too much. But people's definitely gonna regret by listening to these other influencers. Like I said, I've been saying it all along, man. I've been saying it all along. Um, I said that last week. Hey, Bitcoin is either going to head back to 75K, and or we're going to be heading back up to 90 to 95. I've been saying it all along. And my prediction was right. I was right about it. I was like, what's the worst can happen? But yeah, Bitcoin definitely. I'm starting to think maybe the Bitcoin dominance could be about over. And now, like I said, a lot of that liquidity is going to be going into the low cap utilities now. But anyways, thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm going to go live for about maybe 45 minutes. I'm going to go live, do a quick live stream, and we could talk more about this. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Let's go XPR to 5 cents, between 1 to 5 cents in Q1 of 2026. That's definitely possible, and I'm going to be covering it more. But yeah, XPR is definitely my top utility for DeFi ISO compliance, definitely. But anyways, Thanks everybody for tuning in. Shouts out to everybody who stayed locked and loaded, and who didn't think that that we're in a bear market. Hey, shouts out to you guys, to everybody. But to everybody who thought it was over, hey, I don't know, maybe you guys just gonna FOMO back in, or whatever, or you guys just gonna lose out completely. But anyways, um, I'm gonna get going, and that is my update for today. Peace.